The regrets continue for some of the MAGA insurrectionists who stormed the Capitol on January 6th. Now, I've already told you about, Jacob Chansley, or the Q shaman, as he's more well known, also feeling some regrets, and now is going to testify or wanting to testify against Donald Trump. But we have another one. This is indicted MAGA rioter Jenna Ryan, who is now admitting that former President Donald Trump lied to her about the 2020 election being stolen. Oh, he lied. You don't say. Tell me all about it. All right, so let me go to an interview that she had with the Washington Post. In it, Ryan expressed regret for her actions and said that she was duped into believing something that wasn't true. Here are her words. Quote, "I bought into a lie, and the lie is the lie, and it's embarrassing. I regret everything." You love to see it. You love to see the regret. You love to see the realization on their faces where it's like, oh, you mean that whole thing was a lie? Well, what else are you gonna, say that you were that was a lie? You mean Hillary Clinton doesn't eat babies? Oh my God! Who would have known? Who would have known? Okay. So now, earlier today, this kind of coincides, this story, interestingly enough. The Washington Post put out a piece saying a lot of the MAGA, insurrectionists were having money troubles. So I think that's BS. I think that, a lot of these people flew in. Jenna herself flew out in a private jet. A lot of them were CEOs. In fact, she's a realtor from Texas, this woman herself. And so that is, I don't know, it feels like the Washington Post is like saying, oh, they're doing the whole, they were economically depressed argument. No, they were there. They were not there because of $2,000 stimmy checks, okay, or the lack thereof. No, they were there to overthrow an election. Washington Post, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? These people are violent insurrectionists. But anyway, no. But hey, look, they're white. They're affluent. Business owners, CEOs, etc. And you don't want to accept those people. Oh, no, of course not. Of course not. But anyway, she had drew attention of law enforcement officials when she had posted video of herself doing crime. Of course. Or bragging about doing crime. In fact, here's what she said. We're going to go down and storm the Capitol. They're down right here. They're down there right now, and that's why we came. So that's what we're going to do. So wish me luck. And by them, meaning the Republicans that were, basically there to support overturning election results and just not verifying the election results, or not necessarily verifying, but certifying the election results on January 6th for Joe Biden. Basically, the whole Republican plan, or at least the whole Trump plan, was to not certify the election results and just hand over the election to Donald Trump. That was the whole plan. And the mob there was there to, scare Republicans, basically, who were not voting against certification, were voting to certify the election into not voting for the certification. And so understand that that's what their motivations are. They were counting on Mike Pence as well to do something, and which he obviously did not do, which infuriated the crowd so much that they were calling for Mike Pence's head, literally. So now, going back to her quotes, she said, "I listened to my president who told me to go to the Capitol." She said in an interview shortly after the riots, "I was displaying my patriotism while I was there, and I was just protesting, and I wasn't trying to do anything violent. I'd just like to apologize for all the families that are affected by any of the negative environment, and I'd just like to say I really love people, and I am not a villain that a lot of people would make me out to be, or people think I am, because I was a Trump supporter at the Capitol." Right. Oh, of course. Sure. Except that you tried to overthrow an election and were there along with people who were doing violence. And there's plenty of pictures of you doing that. In fact, on January 6, 2021, Ryan posted photographs of herself at the Capitol building grounds through her social media accounts, again, giving everybody evidence of crime, which depicts Ryan in front of a broken window at the U.S. Capitol building with the caption, I'm going to show you that right here. So here it is. There's a picture. Window at the Capitol. There's Jenna, just standing in front of a broken window, happy as all get out for property damage. Weird. Says, if the news doesn't stop lying about us, we're going to come after their studios next. I don't know, that doesn't seem peaceful to me. I'm just saying. And turns out the news was exactly right about you. Who knew? Oh, right, all of us. But of course, a lot of these, insurrectionists, rioters, they're saying that, oh man, we didn't know that this was, we're sorry, dog. We feel bad. We feel real bad about it because they got their hand basically caught in the insurrection jar. Now they're saying, we're real sorry about that whole thing. Let's just forget about it. And, just let us go. Just let it go. She also said, we didn't know it was a lie. We believe what the president and all the, conservative media was telling us. They were just feeding us this information without any sort of proof. And we just swallowed it all up. We just ate it up with a spoon. And that made us go to the Capitol and try to, put people in harm's way, beating police officers and all that stuff. But at the end, we didn't really mean it. But here's the thing. It's not like you couldn't find the facts. Again, the Department of Justice, the Trump Department of Justice, William Barr, Republican election officials, legitimate news outlets, real news outlets that don't spread things like fake news. Guess what they reported? No fraud. No election fraud. And they had receipts. They had the receipts from the numerous recounts in investigations and court cases that proved that there was no widespread election fraud. And guess what? Y'all called it fake news. You knew it was there. And you knew that what you believed was not true. But you still said, no, I don't care about facts. I don't care. I'm going to stick to this fantasy that Donald Trump won the election, and then I'm going to use that as an excuse to go and attack politicians I don't like. And that's what it is. So don't give me the BS argument that you didn't know. You knew, and you chose not to listen. You chose to be ignorant. You chose to be violent. Take some personal responsibility for yourself. For once in your goddamn life, MAGA supporters. I have no sympathy, as you can tell. And by the way, before she admitted that she had listened to the lie, she was also begging Donald Trump for a pardon while he was still president. In fact, here's what she said. I think we all deserve a pardon. I'm facing a prison sentence. Oh my God. I know a white affluent woman facing prison. Oh my God, no. Say it ain't so. Here's what she said. I think I do not deserve that. And from what I understand, every person is going to be arrested that was there. Yeah, that's right. They should be. So I think everyone deserves a pardon. So I would ask the President of the United States to give me a pardon. You don't deserve a pardon. You didn't. And of course, you're not going to get one. And that's what happened. You didn't get one. Instead, what did Donald Trump do? Well, Donald Trump pardoned Steve Bannon. The dude who literally stole his supporters' money to line his own pockets while, pretending and saying, oh, don't worry, I'm going to build your racist border wall. Instead, they used it to buy their own stuff, line their own pockets, buy, boats and cars and all that stuff. But you know what? Look, I understand you were duped. Of course. You allowed your hatred of immigrants, liberals, and America to blind you to a man who only used you to try to get ahead for himself. And that's it. Even with all the facts in the world, you still made the decision to follow that person, to be violent on behalf of that person, and not even to fight for a real just cause, right? No, because you were salty that your dude lost an election. That was it. That's all it was. How sad and absolutely pathetic is this? But again, she's right. She was duped. She was a mark. She was a sucker, like all of Donald Trump's fans. Because Trump attracts two different types of people, okay? Those who want to use others and those who are okay with being used. I mean, that's what it is. So again, being the sucker, I don't feel bad for you because we were here the whole time telling you what the facts really are, exactly who this guy really is. And every time you'd come up and say, fake news, you're fake news, you're lying, you libtard, you're terrible. When we told you, and now, guess what? You F around, you find out. And I get the feeling, by the way, that you and the rest of you, that everyone like you right now, only feels bad because you got caught. And I worry that you are not going to get what is coming to you. That you are going to get treated, you know, way better than anyone else in this system because of who and what you are. White, conservative, affluent Republicans.